As I think of resourcing myself, I think of a seed in the earth that has the energy of yes in it. It has an oak tree waiting to bloom in it. And all of this potential is rooted in the earth, the soil. It's held in this dark, moist area, becoming. And inside of that seed, it knows that there's life. It knows that there's an opening to expand into. There's a dark, vast world that beckons us into expansion. And if we're resourced correctly and adequately with vital inputs of nutrients, we can grow into that world. I have this piece of cardboard. So this seed is in the earth. Times I feel buried. But if I can connect in with vitality and nutrients and resources, I can find a way to absorb light source. And in that process, I can rise up and meet the sky. Such a quick and easy way to get a base layer created in your art journal is to just drop some paint down and use a credit card or a piece of cardboard and just push that energy out. Let that prayer take up space. I'm gonna let this. Well, I am back at it. This is the piece I started yesterday as I'm exploring cultivating resources for my hero's journey. I'm now gonna play with some watercolors. Little trick is to spray your watercolors and let them sit for like a minute before you use them, and it just lets the colors get more activated and more vibrant. I don't know much about painting, so I make up a majority of this as I go, but I know that when I look at this painting, I want to bring in some light, some sun, some amazingness. I have the earth, I have the sky, and I want to bring in a little bit more brightness. As you're exploring your art tools, know that you don't need to be an expert in any of it. You don't really even need to know what you're doing. This creation process is filled with so much magic and mystery, and like my inner child gets to come out and play. Sometimes I really love what comes through my creations, and sometimes I'm like, that doesn't really look that good. It was an interesting process to get there, but I don't really like the outcome. But guess what? You can just paint right over it. So, art is so much about the process of creation. Yes, we're a little attached to the outcome of what shows up at the end of that creation process, but there's something really powerful that comes through as you're exploring the mystery of creation and you let your emotions and your feelings come out. Like, see, I don't quite like that. That orange took away the yellow. So you know what? I'm just gonna dot that out. Throw a little bit more yellow on it and say, you know what, Spirit, I'm committing. I want the light, the sunlight, the sunshine. I want that. There you go. There's the next layer of my painting. All right, I am going to play a little bit more with this page that I've been working on as I connect in with the resources that are in the garden of my life. And I'm noticing this seed that says yes in it.
it feels very singular. So I have this piece of plastic, and I use this as my little paint tray. And I'm gonna add a little bit of, whoa, maybe not a little bit. That's funny. All right, Spirit is saying you've got a lot more resources than you're aware of, girly, so I'm giving you more paint than you anticipated. And I'm gonna use, I have these miscellaneous little cheeky babaloo-boos that I've collected from various packages, and I just hold on to things. And I'm just gonna use this as a circular stamp, and I'm gonna add more seeds. So I just have some ink around here. Let's see how this works. I'm not really sure how this is gonna show up, but I wanna name some resources in my life because you know what? My body is a resource. And my emotions are a resource. And my power is a resource. And my relationships are a resource.
My creativity is a resource. My beliefs are a resource. Nature is a resource.
I'm gonna switch to this smaller one now. Let's see what we got here. My job is a resource. My home is a resource. My spirituality is a resource. I have my health as my resource. I have my humor as my resource. I have my ability to write as a resource. Ooh, look at all those seeds. Okay, let me see if I can find, oh, you know what I'm gonna find? My finger. Here we go. Yeah, my ability to believe, my ability to hope, my ability to cry, these are resources. My ability to move, my ability to walk, my ability to swim, those are resources. My ability to talk, my ability to see, my ability to taste, those are resources. My abilities to feel, my abilities to know, my abilities to question, those are resources. My ability to love, my ability to forgive, my ability to inspire, those are resources. My ability to play, my ability to laugh, my ability to cry, those are resources. Ooh, I like using my finger as a seed planter. Great, great stuff. Then I use some of my extra paints just to make this circle-y page. Look how beautiful that is. It started out blank, and then I named some resources, and voila, abundance. So I have this stencil, and I went ahead and used it, ta-da, to add some texture to my sky. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. Quick and easy coverage with character. Wow. So I just got done doing a prayer of yes in the soils of soul. I've added stencils of mystery and wonder into the sky. And now I'm gonna play with another art material and see what wants to come alive here. These are oil pastels. All right, well, I did some work off camera. I went into a little bit of a trancey kind of pray-y kind of space. I did some journaling around some of the resources in my life that add vibrancy and aliveness, and I made this sun out of this wonderful paper. And I glued down some of the die cuts that I've made of trees, and I made these forests kind of growing from this seed, and these communities of growth and elders. And so I'm gonna glue down some of this. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot being stripped away. There's a lot of chaos and division. And so I wanted to spend some time focusing on the abundance that's in my life, focusing on the bounty. I have so much in my life, and I don't want to focus just on what's being taken away, but I also want to honor what I do have. And so it was lovely to journal these items out, and then I cut them out into these little strips, and I am claiming the abundance that I do have. This is lovely. And when I feel lacking, I can come to this artwork and be reminded of what I do have in my life. That's beautiful. I love art journaling. I can start a page and revisit it over time in so many different layers and ways. Adding these die-cut trees was super fun. I just make them and store them in a little tin and sort through it from time to time. One of the die cuts that I had made had 3 little trees connected together, and I cut them apart, and I put 2 over here in this community, and then I put 1 over here. And it's like my ability to bridge different communities is one of the resources and skills and talents that I have. Oh, this is amazing. Claiming the abundance and the resources in my life. That's beautiful. Look at my page. It has evolved so beautifully. I added a picture of me. It says, "No seed thrives in isolation. Growth requires resources." I love that I can see so many different layers of the experience here. And this word says, "Just as a seed needs rich soil, water, and sunlight, we too must be nourished." While many aspects of the hero's journey are done solo, having support systems, both externally and internally, is a large part of feeling able to take a leap of faith deeper into the journey. I love that I've listed the resources in my life. I wrote it on that paper that I made the circles on, that yellow piece of paper that I made red circles on. I listed it, and look how beautiful this paper is. And you can see the texture of the stencil that I used. So naming your abundance, no matter how big or small, cultivates gratitude. It strengthens mastery, and it opens energetic pathways for more support, insight, and resiliency to flow into your life. So, what are your resources in life, both internal and external? And how can you create a journaling page or an art page that celebrates that and supports you with remembering the abundance that truly is in your life? Blessed, 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 blessed be to you and to me. Yay!